This is Shakedown on Drive, home for your auto racing info, analysis, opinion, attitude, and dare I say fun. Monday and Friday. Monday's Shakedown is the racing recap show. So today we close out the Dakar Rally and the Dubai 24 and share some news about 2012 race cars. And I finally was going to do my Chris Harris joke that got left out of an earlier show. But for logistic reasons, it's not going to happen today again either. See, we did an earlier Shakedown comparing cornering, drifting versus racing. Then our drive partner Chris took it to Chris Harris extremes with his Space Saver donut driving experiment. So I had a comment. Well, maybe someday. But check out both shows anyway. In fact, just subscribe to youtube.com/drive. So with no Chris Harris, I scoured the news for a news story to start the show. Maybe something serious, like an analysis of the new Lotus F1 anti-dive front brake system that's already this year's F-duct blown diffuser tech spec to have. No, but for sure, in a future Shakedown, when the F1 cars debut in February, we'll cover it. And then I found the story. Danica Patrick is looking for a NASCAR nickname. She likes Honey Badger because, to quote Danica, the Honey Badger doesn't give a crap, takes whatever he wants, and that's how I'm going to be going this year, like a Honey Badger. Wow. Shakedowners, we can do better. So let's start this show with a call for your suggestions for Danica's 2012 nickname. She deserves the best creativity Shakedown can give her. Hey, I got one. Tim Tebow. Okay, speaking of name calling, what do you call an engine bay when it has no engine? Look at this and tell me what's going on with this car. Figure it out? It's the all-electric Drayson Lola Lmp, and that's the battery pack where the internal combustion engine is supposed to be. Drayson launched at the Birmingham, England Autosport Race Car Show. The car will race in the 2013 FIA Formula E World Championship. 4 electric motors give it 640 kilowatt, 850 horsepower. Car with driver weighs only 1,085 kilo. 60 miles an hour in 3 seconds, 100 in 5, a top speed of 200 mile an hour plus. 3 battery packs with inductive charging. No plug-in. Just roll onto the charger plate and it charges up. Also at the Autosport show was the Quimera AE GTE Electric. Quimera and the American Le Mans Series announced a partnership to develop the next generation of green motorsport, working together, as the press release says, to prepare investors, the public, media, and sponsors for motorsport's impending embrace of clean technology. Translation, listen up, you cynical, future-fearing bastards. In 2012, the all-electric AEGT is, quote, expected to make demo runs at select ALMS races. By 2013, Quimera and ALMS will launch an International Electric Vehicle Series they say will be the first clean tech championship. Well, other than the FIA Formula E, unless both groups are talking about the same series and taking credit. Then the PR gets more confused, as it suggests the series will have a ton of car classes, including open wheel, a tie-in with TTXGP, the electric bike series, and what the hell, drifting. The only electric tech not mentioned here are those Trojan vibrators, and I'm not going to get into that. I don't want to have this electric racing discussion now, but we're going to have to in a future Shakedown. And I'm not against new tech. I'm loving all the Porsche, Audi, Peugeot, Toyota, all the hybrids coming to racing, including this Prius race car for Japan Super GT, the GT300 class. But what do you think? Is green tech best showcased racing itself in a separate series, or put up against the current race cars and may the best tech win? Hey, didn't I promise to do a race recap news today? So here we go. Dakar finished. Mini won. Stefan Peter Hansel got his 10th Dakar win, his 4th car victory, following his 6 motorcycle wins. And this was the first Dakar for Mini. Stefan and Mini were in control for most of the rally, despite some tire punctures and getting sandbogged near the end. The race controversy was, of course, our US bad boy, Robby Gordon. Peter Hansel and Gordon had an on-course coming together. Robby challenged Stefan's sportsmanship. And then the legality of Gordon's Hummer was also challenged. So Robby disconnected the questioned tire inflation system and told the inspectors to kiss his ass. Robby would have given him the finger, but out of respect for a world superbike racer John Hopkins, who gave up his finger to race this year, Robby did not. You know what? Google around to get that joke, or watch FLD. Derek's got that story today. In bikes, Cyril Dupre took the win for KTM, the brand's 11th in a row. In trucks, Gerard Derouille with his Iveco. The Dubai 24 race was the other recent race of note. Mercedes took a podium-sweeping 1-2-3 victory. The Ferrari front row and all the BMW Z4, Lamborghini, Audi, Porsche, Nissan GTR competition fell to the horsepower and pace of the SLS. The PlayStation GT Academy team made it to the podium. United Autosport made it into the headlines, troubleshooting their electrical system problems via, of all things, Facebook. And a certain Z4 racer, Faisal bin Laden, tried to keep his family name out of the news. No, he didn't crash into anything, and yes, it's that bin Laden family. Some other racing news quick shifts. Ferrari F1 announced hiring an ex-Bridgestone tire engineer to fix their troubles, getting the Pirelli tech to work on the Ferrari. Then Ferrari suggested the new car will be ugly due to the new rules lowering the nose height, but not the tub height. Thanks ScarbsF1.com for the rendering. Ford's been testing their Focus WTCC car, a bit more racy than the STR we saw in Detroit. And in Detroit, I was told that Ford was offered the opportunity to power the Delta Wing Le Mans car and politely said no. So any guesses as to who should provide the motor for this Delta? Sidebar, we asked SRT boss Ralph Gillies about racing the upcoming Viper in ALMS and at Le Mans, whereupon he paused and gave us the smiling no comment, which prompted me to retort, "You just did, and I'll look for the cars." Back to Ford, who showed their World Rally car paint job for 2012. Finally, more Ford blue in this scheme, but you know what? I like the Death Star black of last year. Monte Carlo World Rally Championship is this weekend. Everyone's been testing, and there's footage on YouTube that I can't show you unless we go all playlist. So we'll put some links in the description. See you Friday, or on Drive Central, or Road Testament. And you know what? Before I go, thanks for all your comments on YouTube, at Drive TV, and at Leo Parente. I'm reading them all, liking your suggestions. Keep going, and thanks. Now go watch your WRC car prod.